So a friend of mine on Instagram named Charlie Rocket. Some of y'all know him as Charlie. Charlie is running around the country since the pandemic kind of started in an RV that was all custom out. It's called the Dream Machine. And the Dream Machine is Charlie's way of crisscrossing the country doing good. He's doing random acts of kindness. He's getting people out of eviction situations by getting them apartments or paying off their loans. He's buying people cars. He's using his money and other people's money for good to change people's lives. I'm talking about kids without presents for Christmas, all types of stuff he's been doing to actually bring positive energy to the world. And he's been shooting a lot of video on this. So you should go check out at Charlie on Instagram for this. The reason why I wanted to bring this up in today's Wake Up and Level Up podcast is because there were some comments recently. His RV is breaking down, like it's been constantly breaking down, and it constantly has problems. And he's constantly on IG showing us through stories and posts what they're fixing and how they're constantly having to fix it. So now he's on this mission to see if he can get an RV company to donate an RV to his cause. And in the comments, there was so much support to try to give pressure to some of the RV companies. Like he was literally tagging some of the RV companies to get their attention. And he was asking everybody that supports him to kind of tag their names to get more attention to these companies to so that they could pay attention to what his ask is. And there were some comments in there that really threw me off and disturbed me. They were in there saying things like, Charlie shouldn't be putting pressure on these RV companies to give him an RV. Charlie's asking for a $600,000 RV. He doesn't need a $600,000 RV. Now, Charlie has mentioned that he's got $1 million marketing plan for these companies. He doesn't show us what the plan is. Nobody knows what the plan is. No one's seen it. I haven't seen it. Nobody in the comments have seen it. But he said, I have $1 million marketing plan, and all I want to do is present my marketing plan to these companies to see if one of them would give me an RV in exchange for what I could probably do for them in marketing. Do you know what everyone started assuming? Or not everyone, but a good portion of people started assuming? Well, Charlie, you have a millennial audience. Millennials don't buy RVs. Charlie, you do a lot on TikTok. Last I checked, TikTok is not where people that buy, where an RV company would be interested in getting those customers. Charlie, you do a lot of stuff on Instagram stories and in social media, but how you going to really do $1 million idea for any of these companies? It's this type of thinking that I want to make sure we all catch ourselves on. When we actually put limits on our ideas, and in this case, on someone else's idea, okay, projecting your fear onto them, like this is unnecessary. Like just don't even comment. The fact that people are limiting the potential for him to actually use social media to get an RV company's attention, to see what his story is and what he's about and what his track record has been doing and what he's been out here trying to make happen in a positive way. And the fact that he's saying he has $1 million marketing plan should be enough for anyone that supports anything positive to continue going forward. People think to some degree that he's, overdoing the situation. Well, why don't he just ask for a rental? Or why don't he just ask for a lease? I have a better solution. Why don't the RV company just offer that up as the option? You see, here's what I'm getting at. Here's the takeaway. When you shoot for something, please shoot for the damn stars. Will you please shoot for the damn stars? Because you may not land on the stars. If you land on the moon, aren't you still good? Aren't you still good? Doesn't everybody win? If you just shoot for what you can accomplish across the street, then that's like a task. That's not a dream goal. He's got the dream machine. He's trying to create a dream. Why would we limit our potential in our asks? Please, people. It's not about what you think Charlie has, what you think his reach is, the fact that he sounds, what he's going to do $1 million, the fact that he's asking for a $600,000 RV. Man, forget all of that. What are you asking for in your life? Something that's easy for you to get? Or are you pushing yourself? Are you stretching yourself? Are you going for the biggest possible opportunity and then worry about where you land? You see, when we did the Never Settle show, we didn't just try to do the show. We could just do a show. We wanted to do the best show on the biggest way in the biggest stage that we could do without any money, without any resources, without any real backing. And then where did we land? We landed in the middle somewhere. But that was the first season that we did, and we ended up getting an Emmy for that season. Stop limiting yourselves on the ask. Stop assuming what people can and can't do. You make the biggest ask you can make when you believe in something that you're doing, and then you let them respond to your ask with what's comfortable for them, or they don't respond at all. You move to the next one, or you land somewhere in the middle. That's all gravy, but do not limit your ask.